as you can see, this video is about planting garlic. So I left it really late getting the garlic seed and managed to find a really nice lady who was selling some online, and I asked her if she could post it, and she was generous enough to help me out with that. And the quality was actually really good, a lot better than I got last year. So I'm hoping that due to the quality of the bulbs being better, that I have more luck with this growing season. I pretty much lost all of my garlic last year. I'm pretty sure I had like allium leaf minor. I'm not 100% on that, but it seemed to rot away and give all the indications of something like that. I was also a bit worried that the ground was a bit wet, but still not sure either way. I can't confirm or deny either theory, so all I can do is just keep on trying. I have not really got anything else that could take up this much room in my garden bed, so even just giving it a whirl, the only thing I'll lose is the money I've spent on the garlic itself, so still worth a try, and hopefully this year I have more luck. I was trying to get a bit more space in between my garlic this year, although I did the correct measurements last year. I was just trying to make sure that there was enough airflow, trying to prevent any other issues this year, although my husband came out and started dictating to me where I should plant and what the spaces should be, so I kind of went with his idea, and then that way, you know, if it all fails I can just blame him for it then. As for the quality of the bulb and if I'm going to have any issues with the garlic this year, what I have learned is that a healthy plant is more likely to be able to fight off pests and diseases than an unhealthy plant. So if you have some really good quality bulbs, then obviously as the garlic's growing, or any plant that is healthy, it's not going to be susceptible to pests and disease as much as a plant that isn't doing too well. So obviously having good quality garlic seed is your first point of call, but also in regards to the quality of your garlic seed, if you have some nice big bulbs, big cloves, then you're more likely to get and harvest something quite similar to that. So if you're planting a small bulbs, small cloves, you're more likely to sort of go into the smaller side of things. So yeah, this year the seed I managed to get was actually quite big, and the cloves were quite big, so I was quite happy with that, because last year I thought I was getting bigger ones and got quite small ones, so I made planting harder to, you know, separating everything when it was so small. And also where my garlic did get to before I gave up on it wasn't huge either, and it was getting quite close to harvest. So I think if I had have made it to harvest, I wouldn't have got anything substantial from that anyway. So I'm hoping this year is better year. Plus I've got it in a couple of different beds, so as you can see here, I'm planting out along the edges of this garden bed where I've got some carrot seeds scattered, and yeah, so just on the edges, and then I decided to scatter some in the middle as well, just kind of chuck it around wherever it landed. It sort of got planted. It'll be in amongst carrot seeds, so obviously if the garlic starts popping up and there's carrot seed growing around it, I'll just start harvesting carrots that are closest to the garlic just to keep the space. I'm sort of hoping that due to the fact that I am planting the garlic into a couple of different beds, so these two, and then as you'll see later on in the video, I'm planting them just in my herb garden as well, that if it is a problem with the garden being too wet, I might notice that being in separate beds. Also, if I get pests that are affecting one bed, they might not affect both beds. So rather than put all my eggs in one basket in the one garden bed, I've actually got them in 3 different ones. So I'm hoping that if it's too wet of a garden bed, well, then the other garden beds might do better. If it's a pest, maybe they won't get into all of the garlic. I also want to try some interplanting with the garlic, with maybe some basil or something to try to alleviate some of the pests as well. I'm not sure if it'll work, but I'll give it a go. And also in this garden bed, it's not really garlic related. I was going to put some garlic in here, but this garden bed is in the shade for most of the day, so stays quite moist, so probably not ideal. Just gave it a clean out, got rid of the old melon vines, and then I just scattered some carrot seeds throughout the garden bed. I've already previously scattered some carrot seeds and basil, all different types of basil through this garden bed. There is some carrots popping up, and I think possibly a basil. So yeah, once I scattered the seed, I just lightly scattered some mulch over the top. The top layer of this can get slightly dry depending on the weather. It's mostly in the shade, stays quite moist at times, but on other days it could just the surface dry out, which is not good for the germination rate of carrot seeds. So yeah, it's mainly just to make sure those carrot seeds stay moist. But yeah, it'll probably be my carrot garden bed for the future, because the shade you see here is basically what it almost gets all day, so it does stay quite moist, and don't have to water it as much and worry about it as much, essentially. So that's pretty much this video for this week. Yeah, just planting out some garlic and some carrot seeds, and fingers crossed that we get a harvest, and a decent harvest of both this year. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.